guys, welcome to MoonChild Serendipity Tarot. So we will continue today with the 2021 predictions, general predictions for BTS members. I've done Jungkook, Jin, and Yoongi. No, I've done Jungkook, Jin, and Hoseok. Why did I say Yoongi? Maybe I will do Yoongi today. I don't know. So we will pick out again who we're gonna do a prediction on today. My neighbor is being a little bit noisy. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but if you do, I apologize. What did I say? Yoongi. I'm sorry I said your name when I haven't done you that yet, but here we go. We've got Yoongi today, and you know what? Let's use the same deck, this one, to see if we get the same cards, because I'm curious. But anyway, I will do the shuffling off camera, and then I will be back in a second. Alright guys, so here it is. This is 2021 general predictions for Yoongi, SUGA. We'll start with this oracle cards. This is like the main themes of the year. What is the most prominent things that he needs to pay attention to, or like what is the most significant happenings of 2021, and then we will have the details with the tarot cards, and then we'll close up with some more oracles. So let's start with this. We've got Sisterhood of the Rose. It says beauty and devotions and practice, mystic teacher. So I feel like this one goes really well with Yoongi, because I feel like within the past 2 years, especially 2021, Yoongi has spent a lot of time to learn about like spirituality. He's getting into he's like getting close to being in alignment with like spiritual understanding and thus this stuff like that. But also like now he realized that he can use, well, now that he is getting awakened with spirituality, so, and then he realized that he can use that. He can use the things that he have been enlightened with to help people and to spread the light to other people. And also this is a sign that he's getting closer, or he's getting reunited with his soul tribes, the people that think like him, and the people that that their purpose is aligned with his, like in terms of spirituality. Yeah, he's gonna meet his teacher. He's also gonna become a teacher of other people. So it's like a ongoing give and take in terms of learning or expanding his spiritual understanding and knowledge. Yeah. What? Then we've got another priestess. So he's definitely like stepping up his game in terms of spirituality. He's digging deeper into it. He's getting like really deep in knowing about himself, and also understanding other people, and understanding how the energies work. He's getting like he's getting into psychology, but that's one thing. That's science. The science side of how this world kind of works. But then again, this year I think is a really good opportunity for Yoongi to get to this, like the mystical, the spirituality side of things, and the things that is no scientifically proven. And I know Yoongi is someone who likes to base things on fact, and he likes to back his opinions with like science and stuff. But this year is the time for him to explore into this realm of wonders and of amazement, no, this realm wonders and like magical realizations, and there will be like a lot of moment of epiphany for him this year. It's also a card that's see you're being called to step up and lead. So he on the way of on the way of getting himself awakened and enlightened spiritually. He also like he while doing that himself, while growing himself and developing himself, he also spread the light to other people. He shared what he's learning. He also helped other people to step on to step on the same journey as he's doing. I think that's awesome. I think that I kind of see this for him in 2020 as well, like not with my readings, but from what I can see from him. He's definitely gonna. This is the path that is set to be on. Then we've got align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change. See, so it is also the same kind of energy with like, where exactly is he going, or what does it mean to have all these resources and power and influence. What can he use it for, and also like learning how to align your life and learning how to get rid of things that no longer serve you, or to welcome new things that you would need in your life is also a really important step on the spiritual journey that everyone has to go through. So I think it makes sense when Yoongi step on this journey of himself. He will learn how to align his life, his purpose, his missions, what his soul's craving for, his ability, and also he's learning new things on the way while also teaching other people. I definitely feel this for him in 2020, and I remember I was watching him speaking in one of the interview, and I was like, because because I call Yuni Chingo because we were born in the same year, and I was watching that interview and I was like, Chingo, we are practically on the same journey. I could feel that. So yeah, this totally makes sense to me. I don't know if I have explained it clearly enough, but I definitely see this for Yoongi. Then we've got prosperity lies ahead, which is really nice cards, and it makes it. I think someone got the same card for 2020 as well, and it makes sense because BTS is making a lot of money, and yeah, they are doing really well even in a pandemic, right? And we've got have faith in your dreams. It's just a really nice assurance. I feel like Yoongi is the type of person that always has a lot of doubts, and he always questioning things, always, even himself, he always try to find the answers, and also his dreams and his faiths, and also his what he believes in, like the core of it doesn't change, but I mean the details, or like it's always changing. I mean the core value of himself, it doesn't change, but how can he achieve that, and like which way to go, or what he believes is wrong or right. It's constantly changing, it's constantly being challenged by things that are happening around him. So this is just like an assurance, or just a nudge for him to trust himself more and trust on the path that he's supposed to be in. Because when we step on this spiritual awakening journey, sometimes it's like, what are we doing, why are we here? It's not something you can see with numbers, or you can see with your eyes. you can only feel it. So it is definitely very important to have faith that this is the right track and this is what he's supposed to do in this lifetime. Right, and then so now we'll get more details with the tarot cards. So we'll start like as the timeline of 2021 goes. So I'll start the beginning of the year. Got Daughter of Pentacles. Oops. Ten of Swords. Two of Pentacles. Then we got Four of Swords. Swords and Pentacles. Okay. For January, because he's still taking a break. In January, I believe. Like he's still in this recovery stage. So January is still like a pretty gentle month for him. I know it's a pentacle card, but it also gives me the feeling of the sisters of the rose, and it's like it's this time for him to just nurture himself and talk to the people that is his soul tribe, that people that really understand him, and really be gentle with him. Yeah, I feel like January is just a nice time to just not be worried about anything for Yoongi. It's like relaxed kind of feeling, and also relaxed and peaceful, and how can you say? It's just a sign of like what is wrong with me today? It's like a sense of what was I trying to say? So this card is like being aware of everything's going on, but you don't have to worry about it, or you don't really need to care about it too much. Or like an observer. So I feel like for January, Yoongi would still be like observing things on the side and kind of like invest more in his inner development, like mental development or spirituality, getting started on this journey. Then we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, this Ten of Swords is like it. At first, it feels quite out of place with other cards, but then think about his surgery and it's the end of the suffering. So I feel like maybe he would need to do like a final adjustment on his shoulder before he can fully get back into it 100%. There might be like a last procedure or something, but it also Ten of Swords is also about mental suffering. It's about like taking all the swords into yourself, and these swords stands, they are the symbols for like negative thoughts and thinkings, and like opinions and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, and this Ten of Swords is also gives me the feelings of him, of like Yoongi sabotaging himself with negative thoughts and a lot of doubts and a lot of like, what am I like? Where do I want to go next? What's the next step? Like, what is the point of doing the things that I'm doing? I feel like someone like him is always constantly asking these questions every time he's ever have achieved something. Every time he has achieved something, it's like a constant cycle inside of him. But this time, I feel this cycle is coming to an end, and this is necessary for him to start realizing the path ahead, like this part. And it's necessary for him to break out of this cycle. He has been repeating this cycle of, getting motivated, achieve something, and then doubting himself again, like over this past 10 years basically. And now it is time for him to realize and to step out of it, to break free of this cycle. So I think that's definitely like, this is one of the moment of like painful epiphany, but it is the one that he really needs to be able to start seeing this route that he needs to go on. And then right after that we've got the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, this like in this deck is symbolized by the butterfly, and butterfly to me is always symbolize the like the change of life, like you change completely, like you rise up and becoming someone else totally different. So it totally makes sense after the Ten of Swords. Like, but once he has break out of this cycle that he has been repeating for years, he's becoming someone else, becoming a lot lighter. And also butterfly is really strong symbol of spirituality, and he's learning how to balance reality and spirituality. So I mean, Yoongi is a very strong person, and as I said, he has this very strong energy of the third eye chakras. So his intuition, he has the visions, he sees things that most people don't see. So it is hard for him to, you know, sometimes separate what is the reality and spirituality, I guess. But 2021 is the year where he sees things more clearly, and he can distinguish and he can separate them and he can walk them together, to balance his life and to be able to help others too. Then we've got the Four of Swords. This is where he comes to a place of like really clear visions, clear directions. This is also like the third eye positions right here. So definitely something he sees. We can also talk about like some kind of achievement that he sees coming for them, for him or for them, for BTS. It's like he sees it, and when it comes, he's like, yeah, I saw it coming. It doesn't mean that he doesn't take this achievement seriously, or he's not as happy to receive this achievement, but it's just like, I deserve this. I know that I deserve this. So I'm very happy to have it, but I know for sure that it's on the way. So I think he will be quite calm, receiving the achievement, like, or whatever it is that is coming for them. And also it is part of the plan. It is a part of the divine plan that he has seen coming in. Yeah, well, moving on to the middle of 2021. Wow, we've got 10 of Cups. It's a huge achievement. 5 of Wands. Death. This is very interesting. Let's wait until we see all the cards before I jump into a conclusion. But 10 of Cups, like great achievement. How do we say? Like the achievement that they have worked very hard for, and this is not just achievement. This is recognition. This is people from the industry and the people that really that BTS or Yoongi really respect and appreciate the recognitions that comes from these people. It also like is contentment as well. It's like Yoongi being in his very like the small circle that he keeps for himself, and every single one in the circle is important to him, and like they makes him happy. Oh, it's also about like align your life. So he only keeps the people and the things that makes him happy, or the things that have meanings are meaningful to him in his life. Whoever doesn't fit into this circle, whatever doesn't serve him anymore, he will get rid of it. He will like start aligning his life, like keep a small circle, but the circle is meaningful and powerful. That's what it feels like. With Five of Wands, I feel like there might be a lot of, not a lot, a little bit of, you know, like oppositions, or this is a bit of, there's a little bit of a battle going on here. It's like clashing opinions and probably like clashing project, or it's just Yoongi himself having a lot of things to do or a lot of things on his mind and he can't quite organize it yet. Especially with like if it comes after the 10 of Cups, it's like, okay, now I'm happy, now I have all of this. Where, how do I evolve from this? I feel like, again, that's the question that Yugi has always been asking himself, no doubt. But this time, instead of swords, we've got wands. So one is a lot more, to me, is more constructive, is more, it's more of like a nurturing or motivating, encouraging energy rather than the swords. So this time, like, these thoughts doesn't hurt him or it doesn't hold him back. Instead it motivates him to move forward. Yeah, but there's a little bit of struggle by the middle of the year, probably in the directions of like, what should I do next? What can I do? Yeah, that's feeling. And then we've got death. It's another ending. Something major in his life is going to an end, and it's not necessarily bad. It's something that has been deteriorating. How do you say that word? Something that has been slowly dying over the course of the past 2 years, 3 years. It's now the time to let it go. And once Yoongi lets these things go, he will have the space and the mind to welcome new things to happen. That's the purpose of the Death card. I think it also goes like with align your life, but like, I don't feel like this is career. I don't feel like this is relationship. I feel like it's just something within him. It's another layer of his mentality or his thinkings or his personality or characteristics, whatever it is. It's another layer that he needs to shed. It's a different one from the 10 of Swords, but it is, I think this is something that is deeply rooted in him since teenage years, since the teenage years, and I feel like within the past 2 years, once Yoongi started getting into, you know, psychology and spirituality, he realizes that these things that has deep rooted in him since his teenage years is hurting him, and it's something that stirs him in the directions of negative thinkings, or like of doing the things that wouldn't make him happy in the long run. So he would have to learn how to deroot these things that has been within him for a really, really long time. I mean, a lot of us, especially our generation, we grew up with a lot of conditionings, and we grew up with a lot of things that are injected into us. And even though if we don't think about it, it is there. It's deep seated in our mind and our consciousness and even unconsciousness. And when critical situations happen, those things will surface and will pull the strings in us, and we get affected by those things, even though like sometimes we don't realize it. It takes a lot of learning, it takes a lot of observations to ourselves to actually see what it is that is pulling our strings deep down. So I think this is what Yoongi needs to do in 2021 as well, like to resolve or not de-root the things that has been within him since teenage years, and finally like get rid of it to evolve, to really evolve and step into this alignment. Then we got Knight of Wands for the end of the year, Temperance, and the Fool. This is a very interesting. Like, Yoongi, what are you on? No, but this is a super interesting year for Yoongi. With the Knight of Wands is more like achievement career wise, as I can see it. He's stepping higher on the ladder, and he's getting very close to what it is that he really wants to achieve professionally. Yeah, he has been really consistent building up his ladder, and he's getting very close. Temperance again is about working on himself. I think spending time with, not spending time with himself, like really work on his mentality and spirituality. And it's the same energy with all of these cards. Is when he has stepped out of the death energy, of death card energy, and he's forging his own power. It's like creating his own type of energy and type of power, that from there he can shed the light to other people. And then we close the year with the Fourth. This is a new start. It's like a reset of the mind. And I think it makes sense if he has done all of this work. So like when we look at all of these cards, there's a lot of up and down, and there are a lot of extremes. We've got like 10, 5, 13, and 0. So it's like it goes up and down, up and down. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on in 2021 for Yoongi, but it's mostly within himself, like dealing with his own identity, kind of. Yeah, I think that's. Well, let's have a look at the last oracle cards. We've got Miracle and Blessings. Everything has its gift. Everything has its gift. This is all about like ending things and shredding the old things, shredding the old skins, and also miracles and blessing. Yoongi himself is the miracles and is the blessing to a lot of other people. It doesn't matter if he knows it or not. He also received a lot of miracles and blessing from interacting with other people. He just needs to understand that, and he needs to. It is a reminder for him to look at things from different perspectives, and like everything has this black and white. So if one thing happens, it's better to focus on the bright side of it, like on the good things that would follow it rather than the bad things. It's all the matter of perspectives. And then we've got You Are Limitless. I love this card. It's like you can do anything you choose. Yeah, definitely have faith in your dream. You can do anything you want to do. And then for the last cards, we've got, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. This is also the energy of the High Priestess, Sisterhood of the Rose, the people that are on their spiritual awakening journey and want to share the light to other people. And then the last one we've got, I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again, I choose love. This is also about him, about Yoongi breaking out of the cycle that he has been repeating for himself for years. He repeated those cycles because he made the same decisions from the place of fear and from the place of hurt. So now that he has realized that he can choose other options, he started anew. He will break the cycle and he will step up into a new phase of mentality and also of spirituality. And also fear. I feel like fear is something they're gonna talk about. Yoongi is gonna talk about a lot in the upcoming album. Yeah, so I think that's all that I have for the general predictions of 2021 for Yoongi SUGA. It's a very challenging but interesting year for Yoongi. I don't know if we will be able to pick up things and we will see the progress of him throughout the year, but I always support him. I wish him the best, and as I say, we are practically on the same journey, so hopefully he can keep the belief in himself and the faith in his dreams and just step really strongly and confidently on this spiritual journey, because it's really important, not just for him, for other people that he can touch or he can share the light with as well. So yeah, I think this reading is getting a bit long. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll